This should be fun.
Okay, we're a fun group, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And we are rolling, so let's get on.
So we are very serious about this. No, but you know what? I'm so glad that somehow we still got in touch with each other. I think that's, again, we love all the talents that were in the show. Of course, meeting James and Drew and Rue and Faith was a super added bonus for all of us. Well, for me anyway, because I watched them. But meeting all of you guys and, you know, having to still communicate with you guys, and somehow we retained the closeness. I'm really so happy about that.
Yeah, this is amazing. And I had a podcast with Arthur, who's sitting there quietly, and with Rikishi out of our group.
Yeah.
And you know, Rikishi cried on the
Really?
during recording.
Oh, I love Rikishi.
He's
a big, soft,
oh my
beautiful
goodness,
bear.
he's got amazing heart. That guy is
I know.
unbelievably loving.
But we're from all ends of the world. We couldn't be any different if we tried, and yet we've come together, and that's special. So,
And that's exactly what he was talking about. He said he was saying stuff like, basically, we would have these heated discussions, remember, during the show. Then we would go back into that little room and
have lunch
together, talk, whatever.
Kindred spirits. We all got on really well, and that was my favorite part of the show. I'd get up early in the morning because we'd have early call times, and I live a little ways away, so I would get in there something before anyone. And Rikishi would always be the second one there. Before. And we'd have this time, it was like sacred time, and he's a really special soul.
Yeah.
And he goes deep, you know, and you see that in the show too with some of his comments.
No, and you see it in well, they don't know about it, but we do have a group chat, and somehow he always gives like special messages, and it's
very
really
spiritual, I
heartfelt,
think,
you
isn't
know.
it? Very spiritual.
Not often, but when he does,
yes,
everyone reads it. Yeah.
So I think that counts most, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I think as well is that we all have different talents that appeal to us. So the other special thing was there was some acts on the show that I would have never ever have thought I would have loved, and I did.
Like the guy who was putting swords down his throat.
No, perhaps not him.
But you can appreciate someone like that who put their body on the line for entertainment.
But
I give that kid a lot of props for
bit
that.
sick.
yeah, maybe for others, no, but I think that's something hard to do.
But no, Cookie One, for instance, would not be my go-to.
Really?
Not somebody said, okay, you're going to see an act now that's going to do this. They're going to fly through the air. I'd be like, yeah, okay. Compare that to an amazing singer for me as a vocal coach and a singer. But saying that, I was as excited to see them again as everybody else.
They were breathtaking live. But having said that, how did you feel it translated on the television?
On TV, I think it's
It would have been hard.
Sometimes it's always different. Even in a performer, a singer, sometimes it's better heard live than just on TV.
It's a different experience.
It's a different experience.
Because when you experience it as a group, live, it's totally different. And I think they looked freaking spectacular on TV. But when we were experiencing that together, first of all, it was first impression for us. That's what made a difference.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge.
And you're right too with the group dynamics too, because everybody was pumped up, and you get on the train and you're all like, whoa.
Especially because we didn't really know what to expect, right? So the minute they do their thing, it's like, whoa, what are they doing?
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
And you know that's years and years and years and years of practice.
Their precision, the skill level, the choreography. I mean, it wasn't just martial arts and them doing their kata, their movement. It went beyond that. It was a creative, it was a whole theatrical experience.
They were so precise.
But it was like a theatre show. It wasn't just, I asked myself, could I watch 45 minutes of this? And the answer was yes.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to. Where can we go?
Where are they?
I'd love to. Yeah, definitely.
Well, they always presented something new. Just when I thought, I don't think they're going to know what to do. Yeah, the last performance, and somehow, wow, there's still more. So that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, what about our singers? The TNT boys, and it was so heartbreaking.
Yeah, of course the fans, and I am quite disappointed. But then again, I always see things in a positive way. I think, and I guess you guys will agree with me. You know, they've shown their talents globally, and they've gained more fans because of the show.
Of course.
And we've heard them, we've seen them, and they've gained more followers. So I think that's really worth it. Sometimes there's always one winner, you know.
And
but
that's what's heartbreaking.
Yeah. But it's not just the winning that matters. It's not all that counts.
Yeah.
You know, we always go through different paths, and maybe they have their own path and own direction, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to succeed. They're probably going to succeed more.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Well,
you look at the
this is-
winners from a lot of other shows like
Yeah.
Idol and things like that. It's the ones that come in second and third that seem to go on and have bigger
Sometimes
careers.
they don't even place,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
somehow they're recognized more. You
So
know?
can we talk about this actually? Because you guys remember my reaction when Dimash quit, right? And I was also just as heartbroken when Daniela didn't get through.
Yes.
And I felt for you. Oh my God. Because by the time we get to the semifinals, we were in love with the talent that went through.
I think we were in love with all of them.
Yeah.
It's somehow, they became a part of us, you know what I mean? So we really didn't want to let go of anybody. But of
So
course, it's a
hard.
contest.
It was
It's
so
a talent
hard
show. So
pressing the which
yeah.
button. It was heartbreaking because it's somebody's life at stake and you're part of that, and you're going to be liked or disliked for your decision. You have to make one. There is no choice. It's what it is.
And exactly what you just said regarding the TNT boys, I want to Dimash fans and Daniela's fans that are so passionate. I love you guys for that. I want them to also to understand that each one of these people, each one of these contestants have already won.
Yes, it's a big deal. You know,
It's
what
a
I mean?
huge deal.
It's a huge deal, and a lot of people have seen them, have followed them, and have seen them also for the first time, and they're really amazing.
In the US.
In the
In the
US,
US,
exactly.
so
This is
for me,
amazing.
that's
It's
a
hard to
big deal.
get, you know, talent. Having a talent show, it's such a sort of dichotomy, or you know, thanks, Julian, my mic's not on my face. You know, judging talent, because you have so many different talents on the show, and it is, you know, you might like one person more than the other, but the platform that they've been given to show their art form is really amazing, and I think that's what the great thing about this show is. And yes, there has to be a winner because of the type of show that it is. But Dimash, hopefully, you know, is going to get so many more US fans.
He's amazing.
He's incredible. I mean, I'm a fan.
So I think,
Phenomenal.
yeah, I think now is their time to shine even more, because they're so good and they're so talented. The talent doesn't stop there just because they didn't really win, right? It should grow, and they should be experiencing more.
Talking of Dimash, because we only have a certain amount of time, you know, if we speak.
We can speak
After
all
that.
night.
But no, I mean, as a vocal coach
Yeah.
for Dimash,
Oh
for
yeah,
me,
that's right. Yeah.
I have to say, I understood and I appreciated the vocal technique that he used, even in 4 different bars. What he was doing with his larynx, the tricks, it's just astounding. And I wanted to just have a one-on-one with him and go, right, do that again. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Who told you to do that? Who taught you to do that? Are you doing it naturally? Because what he's doing is so amazing, vocal trick-wise and technique-wise. Blew
In
my mind.
complete control.
In complete control.
But then the showmanship on top of
It's
that
very
as
clever.
well.
Yeah.
Then he's putting on
Yeah,
this
and the
incredible
show,
show
yeah.
and the costume, and he's such an incredible performer. He's charismatic.
Yeah.
It's the whole package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just transfixed by his technique, you know, with what he was doing, where he's placing his voice.
Can you imagine what he's going to be like when he comes into his voice, when the voice is seasoned as a man and he becomes a man? Because he's still quite, I mean, he's a man
24.
now. He's
How old? I was
24.
going to ask you.
24. He's a kid.
See the
his voice
artist
is only going to get
develop.
better.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
voice is going to get stronger.
But I gotta
And he's
tell
going to
you,
understand it more.
yeah, he doesn't think of himself as a young person. He is so mature. He is so mature. He says, "I'm a man," and he
He
has
started
that.
singing at a young age.
You know why he quit? Is because there were 2 kids. Obviously, we already know that, but meaning deep down in his heart, he feels like a man who has to step aside when kids are coming in, and I cannot not respect that.
I
This
respect
is
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
amazing.
respect that.
Yeah.
It's always hard, as us as well, to judge children against adults. It always has been in talent competitions that we've judged. It always is. It's a tough one So I get that. I mean, I get that. Whether I agree with it or not is a different thing, but I get it. I understand it. I understand his view.
And
you
you
have
got to
to.
respect his decision also.
Oh, obviously,
I think
yeah.
he was a bigger person to do
Yeah.
that. It
Well,
doesn't
you
The
happen.
question is,
Wait a
was
minute.
he-
It doesn't
was he
happen
at
all
one?
the time.
No,
It's
it
the first
doesn't.
time.
He walked
We
away.
never know.
Well, we don't know, but
We'll
still, he
never
walked
know.
away from a lot. I mean, that's a
He
Yeah.
walked
still
away,
that's a big
he
chance.
still walked away a winner.
The only criticism I have for Dimash is that I wish his hair work was almost as good as Arthur's. That's all I would
You
say.
know what?
No,
We
Right.
cannot really.
Anybody who is wondering who Arthur
Arthur
is,
is.
check out his Instagram. The
Yes.
guy's got some great hair.
Beautiful hair.
And he's sitting right over there,
Yeah.
but he's not hearing us.
Because he hasn't got done his hair today.
Yeah.
No, I think again, it's amazing. I've seen a lot of super talented performers, and this is not a show that actually got talents that are just starting. These are shows that got talents that already have a name for themselves. So
Yeah.
it's really amazing
Yeah.
to see them perform. So we've got the seasoned talents. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not all about being a singer as well. There's
Yeah.
some amazing acts. Nina Conti, you know.
Yeah, I loved her.
Jeannie, you love her. You're a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Very clever, you know.
So it was really difficult. I mean, sitting there and trying to
So hard.
pick who's a better.
It's
Yeah.
stressful.
Performer.
Stressful.
And again,
chap from
the
China that did
criteria.
the
Oh my
slap
God.
Like,
Yeah.
like the years of
Oh
training
my
for
God.
that.
He
you know.
was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, they all were. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
incredible
Yeah.
talent.
It's just a shame it's over. It went so quick.
I know.
So
Is it
quick.
done? I didn't even
You know,
realize
honestly, for
it's
me,
done.
some
Oh
of the
my
best part
gosh.
was after filming when we got to hang out at the bar at the
Ex-
hotel and actually get to talk to each other and have some great conversations.
Yeah.
It's been a really amazing ride.
I think the whole experience was amazing. Getting first day, I was so nervous. The first day, I saw you first.
We saw each other
I saw you
first.
first in the hotel,
We did.
and I was so nervous. And I was like, "Oh my gosh! I hope they're nice. I hope everyone else
we
is
didn't
gonna
know
be nice."
what we were in
Yeah, it was like a surprise. They never
It was a
really told us
surprise.
what to expect, right?
for. Like Christmas.
They just said it's a talent competition and it's going to be for this, but they never really
They never
said.
told us anything.
We
Who's
were
gonna be
not
part of
really
it?
that introduced to each other either. Of course,
No,
they
but
said
you
like
did.
the
No,
names.
only the first day.
Yeah.
They
But
wanted to keep us as a surprise.
and
Yeah.
you remember the difference when we first went on the set and then we last went on the set? We already knew each other, we already
Yeah.
loved each other, we were drinking together, we were having
Yeah.
fun together and all that
And
stuff.
spending long days. I mean, these were long shoot days. too.
Yeah.
We were
Yes.
together like 16 hours at a time. You know, these were intense days. You really bond with people quick under that kind of environment.
Mhm.
So after all this, now that the first season's done, are you guys still interested to actually be together? I'm just curious.
I don't
Are you
like
kidding? I
I
am.
see you again ever.
Well, actually, no one wants to see me again, but apparently everyone's keen to see you guys.
Well,
again.
this is why we get together every week.
Yeah, it's true. It's an excuse to hang out.
Yeah,
No, but
seriously.
really, I can't wait. Right now, there's just what, 5 of us. Of course, Arthur's behind.
Yeah.
We have to
He's always behind.
we have to pay him to show his beautiful hair right now
Yeah.
on camera. But 5 of you guys, I would love to be with all 49 other international judges, of course, as well as our American judges and our host. It would be a nice reunion, even if it's not for the show, just for like.
Well, the next podcast is in the Philippines, right?
Oh, I'd love
Yeah.
that.
Well, we'll be there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that would be amazing. Then you won't be working. You'll just be hanging out in Boracay.
That'd be nice on the
Palawan.
beach, you know.
Chilling.
Salamat.
Chilling.
Chilling.
You know, salamat.
Yeah.
Kain kayo ng adobo.
Adobo, yeah. Diniguan,
Wait a
balut.
minute. What is salamat?
Thank you.
Ah,
Thank you.
salamat salam is hello in Kazakh.
Ah, really?
wow.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah,
Salamat.
It's very
Salamat.
similar. Yeah.
So you say hello and I say it. Say it now.
Salamat.
Salamat.
Very similar.
You
Yeah.
say hello, I say
That's so
salamat.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's the other
And
person.
so, what do
right?
you say?
Hiya! Hi! Lots of variations of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just noticed whatever I liked didn't necessarily sit well with you guys. So whoever I liked. That's why it's interesting, right? 50
Yeah.
people.
Well, we can't all like the same.
Yeah.
That's not the idea.
But you know something? For me, I guess, I mean, we talked about it before, but like Kazakhstan is not super well known yet But because of Dimash and Daniela, we're now known not just for Borat.
Yeah, actually, yes. I heard Kazakhstan first because of Laura.
Yeah,
So I was so surprised. I said, Kazakhstan, what are they going to do? You have amazing talents. I mean,
yeah, thank you. And let me tell you, people has been sending me more talents, and I'm forwarding that to the producers.
Forward them to me, darling. I'm an agent.
Oh, I forgot.
How can you forget? Send them to me.
Of course I will.
There you
See,
go.
yeah,
I love a bit of
the
fresh
talent there is amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I see a new connection
as well as the Philippines. Don't forget us.
Yes.
Philippines, Kazakhstan, voices everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, we were called in ancient days the singing steppes for a reason. In fact, the traditions there, if you can't sing, if you can't make your own song, you're almost not a person. For example, a young girl is getting married, young man is getting married, they're getting married. Each one of them would have to create several songs that would apply for certain, traditional rituals and stuff like that. Everyone sang.
Wow.
That's a huge tradition of our nation.
That would be nice.
So
don't forget us.
Okay.
Scared. Pressured.
What do you guys feel about the winner?
Oh, Lydian is
Amazing.
amazing.
Amazing. That's a huge talent.
Yeah.
A massive talent. Every bit of his blood is just
music,
filled
right?
with music. Yeah, it's in his soul. It's in every pore. He is an amazing, amazing little genius with the cutest face ever. And that hair, again, hair. We keep talking about hair. That hair, that beautiful head of hair with a beautiful face. He's such a sweetheart.
See, I have a different opinion.
Oh, you didn't like him?
I did not vote for him.
Oh, okay.
Don't kill me.
No.
But no, seriously, I did not.
Well, because
we
the
had
choices
Did you not
were
appreciate his
No.
talent? You must have
The
appreciated
choices-
He is very talented.
Yes.
were Lydian,
Naturally said.
Naturally
Nina.
Seven, Nina, and Cookie One.
Cookie one. Yeah,
Cookie
those were like
So
the
who did you
finals.
vote for?
In the finals?
Cookie one.
Cookie one for sure.
So they were your world's best.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for, I have to say, Dimash was my favorite.
Yeah,
Well,
of
I'll
course.
say it
Yeah.
again. TNT was mine.
Of course.
But of
yeah.
course,
TNT was mine.
Yeah. So now I can say it freely, you guys, because before you were pushing me, but I can say it. So he
The
was
sword
my
swallower
favorite.
was mine.
What?
The sword swallower was my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Because you liked our reactions, that's what it was.
But yes, anyway, so Dimash, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but Cookie One
was your choice.
Yeah, that was my choice. I'm like, after I cried my eyes out, and I was really feeling for Daniela as well. That was the first time I met Daniela.
Loved Daniela.
Yeah, she's so talented.
I
Oh my
love
god,
her voice.
she's got so.
As the years go on, she's just going to get better and better.
She's got a bright future.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Huge.
Naturally riffing, naturally soul, just brilliant.
I'll say it again. These kids have a whole lot of huge, bright future ahead of them. So they really shouldn't feel bad.
TNT,
Again,
Lydian,
this is
Vanilla,
yeah,
yeah.
This is just really another stepping stone for them.
Yeah.
Not that they've not had other stepping stones.
This
but
is
it
not
just
just
gets-
another stepping stone.
it just
They
gets
just
better and
stepped
better.
up the
Yes.
game so
They
hugely,
leveled
and that's
up.
where oh my god, this
Yeah.
is a huge stage in America,
Yeah.
and
So no one should really feel bad.
No.
I mean, I'm really happy for Lydian. I think as a musician, he's really a genius. Because we kept hearing that he just learned this song the day before. I mean, for me, I can't even play anything. So, but again, all the other participants, they shouldn't feel bad. This really is a level up for them. And again, we all have our own choices. For all you know, one from one audience from watching from TV will say, I like that girl, or I like those guys.
or some other agents
Yeah.
will see them. They will get so much more recognition and work, and as far as the singers, hopefully amazing composers and recording studios will be very interested in making a deal with them.
Yeah. I mean, big things should happen to great talent.
Yes.
That's basically, they should. So let's hope they do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a great experience. It's been fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got many friends. South Africa. Where's
South
South Africa
Africa,
tonight?
Ireland.
Where's Nigeria?
Nigeria's back in Nigeria. South Africa's back in South
The
Africa.
Queen and the Queen.
We've got Miss Ireland. She's back in Ireland at the moment too.
Yeah, she's
Caroline,
been there for a while.
She's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But thank God we've got Kazakhstan here.
yeah.
Well, and again,
Thank you.
congratulations to everyone
Yes.
who actually were part of the world's best. I think it's. I can't see myself join a contest. I'd be so nervous. Really.
Same here. I don't think I'd have the
To
chutzpah.
know that you're going to be judged.
Well, that's my childhood.
That's extra
Listen,
pressure. you
when I
know?
was little, I became a musician since I was 5 years old, right? And so all this, the super difficult education, because we went to this, I went to school for gifted kids. This is why I did not like Lydian. I'm so sorry. I have seen amazing talent all around me growing up. He only blew my mind when he played the drums. Yeah, as a piano player, he's got
Yeah.
like he
drums at the
misses
end, right?
notes and his
Yeah.
technique is far from good. He just plays fast because he is talented.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of academic, hours of education if he wants to become a real good piano player.
Well, he's so young. He's got
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, and he's got a good heart. He's a
Oh,
good
he's so
kid.
sweet,
Yeah,
right? He's
yeah.
so quiet.
His story is beautiful. He's
Yeah.
a sweet little gentleman. I love
Yeah.
the kid.
Yeah.
And his dad.
No, I did not love
No, I'm
him.
not saying you did.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
I love him, but
But that's what you do. That's where
Oh,
you
yeah,
come from.
other
That's your
places,
strength.
yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
You know. For me, I'm not a piano player, but I do know rhythm. And when that kid played the drums, that was something else. I mean, he didn't start with that, but I kind of liked how he built his run. It was kind of smart because the other thing with drumming, how can you do that? Okay, you come back the next week and do something. So he mixed it up with the piano, and then he came home with those drums, and he was playing 4 different time signatures. With each bandage, it was like, and skillfully at 11 years old. That was super amazing.
He's young to have that.
yeah, and you know what? You absolutely hit the point. What was really important about him, he built the dynamic of his own growth within the
It
competition.
was clever. It was
It's
clever.
very smart.
He had so many surprises up his sleeve.
Yeah.
We didn't expect it.
And I did love Naturally 7. Every time
Oh,
they
yeah.
came out,
yeah.
their performances were stunning. Within each performance,
Oh yeah,
there
that's
was
right.
the structure.
They were
Oh,
awesome, yeah.
They were amazing.
It really was a
Amazing.
difficult. It was such a difficult show to judge.
Yeah,
Really, I mean, it really depends on what you like.
totally.
What I like, the others might. Maybe they have their own choice. So to put everyone together, that's hard.
Well, imagine if we all had the same taste.
Yeah.
It'd be dreary.
Yeah.
Dreary.
Yeah.
It's good that we don't.
I think then it would have been one judge.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't need us. In other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank God they needed us.
One in the wall.
No, the good thing is we all have our own set of, filters through which our judgment kind of goes through, and we all have our own favorites. And but the most amazing part, we all come back together and we still love each other and each other's amazing.
And that's the most important.
Yeah, definitely.
I still love too how people would express, like a lot of time what you were saying, even with Lydian, you go, look, I've been there 5 years old, I was this prodigy. I wasn't. I was dumb as a dog caca, so.
I wasn't the prodigy,
That's
but I
right.
had prodigies around me.
Yeah. But my point being is, like, a lot of you would give your opinions, and it would change the way I would look at it. I go, oh, that's a valid point. Oh, I get where you're coming from, and that was kind of nice too, to have your point of view changed as well by someone's expertise.
For sure. For example, when Petra is talking about the circus players. Remember she talked about this whole hair act, and it was like really eye-opening to me. I don't know much about it. And last time we were watching the previous episode, I had like 2 Chinese friends of mine, and what's his name, Li Wei, whom I loved, and Petra was explaining to me how difficult it is to get that good in China. My 2 Chinese friends are sitting there. We see it all the time. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I also really liked the guys that did that upside down act, and they didn't get much play on the show.
Yeah, that was.
But that was clever, and I think I would like to see more of them. You know, unfortunately, a lot of the acts were really skillful but didn't make it through.
We
it
were
doesn't
able
mean
to
they're any
feature
good.
them, right?
Yeah, they got featured. Yeah, definitely. But that was also really clever, and to stay upside down that long.
I know.
I get a migraine, I think.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, it was great. It was
Yeah, it
innovative.
feels-
Arthur couldn't do it because of his hair.
His hair.
Wow.
It will not
Yeah.
look the same. It
No,
will not
no.
fall the same. So that's.
He'd be good at the hair
Okay,
act.
might as well join us. We can
I
mention
know.
it.
We can mention it. I want to do an
Nice.
act with Arthur where he hangs upside down with his hair. And I just use my teeth to hang onto it, and then lift us. And I can do the dancing part underneath.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you couldn't do it because blondes cannot. The blonde hair cannot do the hair act.
Oh no.
Really?
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
not as thick as.
Yeah.
No, it's
Petra
not
told us.
thin. Oh, did
Really?
she?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, it's so interesting.
Okay. You learn something new every
that's why I have to
day.
use my teeth.
Okay. Now I'm imagining things.
On that note.
Okay.
Sorry, yes.
On that note, well,
On
thank
that
you.
Of
Yes,
course.
Thank you
W- w-
to everyone, of course, who watched The World's Best.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And
Thank
of course, the other judges, thank you so much for being so accommodating and kind and
What
sweet.
was one of your favourite comments from one of the other judges on the show?
I have to say the one of Zoe's.
I know
Because she's
which one
beside
you're
me.
gonna say.
Yeah.
The TNT one?
The TNT one.
Yes, the
Yes.
TNT, I renamed them. Totally
Yes.
naturally talented.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Very clever. Hmm.
Thanks. I don't know. Can't remember.
I loved your reaction on Dimash. Ah, you made
Yeah, I
the
never
cut.
got to speak on the show. I'm actually a mime by trade, and that's why they never featured me. But my expressions are amazing. Yeah, and that's why, they use that. He was amazing. He was mind blowing.
Yeah.
That, like you said, the vocal gymnastics was just like, what?
Yeah. There were so many surprises along
No,
the
it
way.
was lovely. It was lovely to meet you. And it was lovely to meet you.
Yes.
And it was lovely to meet Arthur.
And everyone.
Everyone.
Thanks.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.